All right, let's go. Day number, let's look, 29. Not sure if you can see it. Actually, this is Spotify having a background music here, but it's 7:21, if you can see here, PM. And today I want to talk about some of the learnings from spending millions of dollars on paid ads, mostly for e-commerce brands, and basically millions of dollars primarily on Meta, but also on Google, Snapchat, TikTok, Pinterest, Criteo. I think I've done most of them. But at the end of the day, at the end of the year, it's still, I would say, Meta and Google, which are the most effective, and for 90% plus of the brands, that's their bread and butter. If you can't get to 1 million or 2 million a year just with Meta and Google, then you shouldn't even be testing other things. But let me tell you the main learnings, because as someone who has spent money, and if you have ever also spent money, let me face track the face here. All right, so if you've ever spent money on ads, right? Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. And it's very important to know why. And that's actually why AI won't do shit for now, because it's not really able to tell you why. It's not able to tell you that it was the face of the person, maybe, in the ad. It was maybe the product, the color. There were so many things. Look, there's a dog here. But there are so many small details that AI can't really detect right now. And I think to some extent, it's actually done on purpose because, for example, if you try to ask Gemini, so Google's AI, something about, let's say, Donald Trump, right? It will tell you it doesn't want to get into politics. Like, even if you ask it, who's the president of the United States, which is a fact, right? It's not like an opinion or anything. And I don't know why this dog is coming after me. Let me show you here. So, it doesn't track. But let me see if I can do this. I think I can't. I don't know how to untrack, but this dog is basically, probably just alone and wants some company. Haven't seen a dog in a while here, meaning that usually it's cats. But what I want to come back to is that when you spend money on ads, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. And besides the fact that you need to know why, you need to look at data, you need to look at the details and try to understand why it might work, why it might not. But the thing is that even if you're the best media buyer, creative strategist, growth strategist, use whatever term you want, the best marketer in the world, you can't make everything work. Because basically, sometimes it's the market that's not giving you the results. Meaning that if you try to sell, let's say, you're trying to sell, I'm trying to think of an example which is out of this world. It's like trying to sell ice to an Eskimo, right? If you're trying to do that, in most cases, it will be really hard, right? It will be very difficult. But the main thing to take note is that there are times when you can get better results and times when you can't get results, no matter what you do. So I'm actually saying this because myself and probably many people out there, when they get bad performance, right? Like, think of it like this. You're sleeping with someone, right? And you have bad performance. The thing is that if you get yourself down, right? Like you feel bad because of the performance, it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy, because you think, all right, I'm bad at this, and then it's like you're not even trying, or you will have anxiety and so on. So it's the same actually with paid ads. If you get burned, let's say, a couple of times, then you might be more likely to not even try, or to believe you're the problem, which is not always the case, because sometimes basically the ads just don't work. And depending on where you are you the person who is driving the strategy? Are you the person who is developing the roadmap? Are you the one who is doing the creative strategy? Are you the one just doing the media buying, right, and the structure in the ad account? Because there are so many components, man. This dog is following me everywhere. I don't think we know each other, although basically I've had a couple of dogs here in my town, and I did lose around 2 of them. So feeling really bad for the ones I lost, and then I had to get new ones. But not to get sidetracked here. The thing is that confidence is still the name of the game. Like, listen to me right now. Do I seem confident? Yeah, I seem confident. And you know that why that is? Because in some accounts right now I have good performance. Like I was just checking the performance on some ad accounts, and it was good, right? And I know that some of that performance is not because I'm amazing. It's just because of timing. And on other accounts, the performance isn't that good. And I'm more or less doing whatever I can, doing the best I can, almost the best I can, right? Because I think there's always some things that you can improve and add. But the main thing, I need to give this dog a name. Let me think. What other dog name did I have? I don't know. So one of them is actually Rex, one of the dog names that I had, and then I can't remember honestly. But as you can see, this is like a side story, right, on the main quest here. But coming back to the main learnings, I would say that's one of them. The fact that you're not actually the one who is responsible for everything, right? Like, I know that things can be better, but at the same time, you need to know where your limit is, meaning that you can't sell anything to anyone at any time. And that's very important. Anything to anyone at any time. Timing is very important. Like, even the videos I'm making right now, sometimes they could be more efficient. Let me show you the dog. All right, here's the dog. I can actually film it right now. All right, I think this might be the only video where we have a dog in the actual footage. Like, he's really trying. He's on a mission here. But coming back here, what I want to really focus on this is just for myself as well, because right now it's Q5. It's the end of 2024 and the beginning of 2025, and advertising costs will be all over the place, meaning that there's actually a huge opportunity right now for whoever is in the ad market, because CPMs are lower. Basically, you pay less per click, but at the same time, it depends who you are selling to, right? So if you're getting a lower cost per click, but if it's like from people who are 18 years old, hard to say if they are able to actually buy your stuff. Although, honestly, there is a lot of young people right now entering the market who are willing to spend on themselves, because I think this is still the best investment, right? There's that S&P 500 investment that you can make. There's the Bitcoin investment, and I hold all of them. But at the same time, I know that there's almost nothing that is a better investment than myself, because you can increase your revenue, your income from 1K to 2K in a year, but doubling your investment, not so easy. You can even increase your income from 10K to 20K. And that's actually more achievable than you trying to double your money. in 1, 2, 3, even 5 years. It's not that easy with investments. Let's say maybe if it's the right timing, you might be able to, let's say, invest. You might be able to invest in an altcoin, or let's say Bitcoin, and get some of those returns, but it's not guaranteed. So that's why it's really important to remember that not everything depends on you when it comes to investments, not 100%. And it's the same with actually investing in ads or spending money on ads. So this is what I would want to end the video with. The fact that, yeah, you can basically achieve almost anything, but it's not always just you. Like, there are so many variables in this world, right? Meaning that even right now, if my Osmo Pocket here would die, right? Like, I would have no video today, or I would have to film it on my phone. So something that's out of my control. Like, there are things that can happen, black swan events, and mini black swan events basically happen all the time in our life. It's just that we don't call them like that, but they do happen. And anyone who's been in e-commerce or doing ads, yeah, they know that at any point you can get something happening in your ad account, with your orders and so on, right? But it's not always on you. And the main point here is that you shouldn't stress as much, because personally I was stressing in the past, but now not so much. The calm is much higher. But with that, we'll end, and we have still 2 days left of 2024. So basically, see you tomorrow, and we'll probably film a lot in 2025 as well.